I miss Isha's laugh very much because he would laugh at times where I thought things were so serious and then he would just laugh, and of course he had such a great laugh, such a powerful laugh. And I remember there was one time me and Mum were having a altercation. We were having issues and he just came into the house and laughed and asked us what the hell we were doing. I really miss that about him. I miss his positivity. I loved every part of him really because I was his little sister, and I really admired him for his thick skin, because I'm not very thick-skinned. And yeah, he made me feel very safe. I just miss him.
People often talk about each other. That burns me, baby. How I wonder.
Isha, man. Bless you. We miss you. We miss your sheer willpower, your force of nature, your lust for the argument. And we had a few. And I've forgiven you now for disappearing with my car for 3 days and not replying to any of my calls. But I've got to say, I'm full of, or always was full of admiration for you. And we miss you. God, you know, one of the things that I always remember is those funny times at Rolly Way when we grew up. You, Chris, Jai, me, Pete, and that was always a highlight of our days growing up, meeting up. Still feel you, still feel your presence, still feel your force. Love you, miss you.
Why people often talk about each other. That burns me, baby.
Tryna boycott me from every industry, but they can't stop me cause I'm the SOBA. I'm gonna be someone.
What's happening? This is Mono from the Mud family. Isha is energy. Energy lives forever. I will often hear Isha's voice in my head. He had that gravel. And I could hear his laugh, his humor. I remember mainly about when we get together, we would just joke and put on kung fu voices and have mad conversations. We had some good times up in Jumbo Studios. I'd bring like 2 big dogs with me, and we'd be in the studio just creating music, having a laugh, drinking and smoking. Yeah, and we'd just quote kung fu films and just have jokes, man. Isha's a good brother.
Somebody by the end of the day, gonna find a way to hold that Maserati without flopping off a shade. What's that you say?
Hey there. What I really miss about Isha is that he was really enthusiastic and he was such a great networker, and that's how we met in a record shop in Camden, and it led to a great musical journey, big part of my musical journey. And this record is a product of it. It's 20 years this year. I can't believe it. And I'm eternally grateful for, you know, we made some great music and some that will last, hopefully. So I really miss you, love you a lot.
First things first, I just want to say happy birthday to my dad. Unfortunately, you can't be here with us today, but you know, his presence is still very much there. Still feel his energy. I feel him from time to time. You know, like, I still think about him every single day. Yeah, man. But some of the things that I miss about him are just his energy, his aura, as I said. You can still feel it now. Like, he was the guy that would just walk into any room and you can feel the energy. Like, one of the most confident men I've ever seen in this lifetime. And when I was younger, should I say, because I'm still quite young, but when I was younger, like, I wasn't very confident, but the way he carried himself made me want to be like him. Like, it just made me want to be like him. And he used to always tell me that he wants all of his children to be better versions of him in every single way. Like, so I feel like that has just lived on in me, and I've kept that in my head. So it's something that has made me a better person all round, because I'm just trying to be as close to him as I can. My dad also helped me conquer some of my fears when I was younger. So the time he helped get over my fear of the dark by locking me in the studio bathroom with the lights off. I was crying for about 10 minutes, but eventually, when I stopped crying, he let me out of the bathroom. And after that day, I don't think I was scared. I was probably a bit scared, but I eventually conquered my fear of the dark. And that was one of the key factors in helping me conquer it. Something that stands out in my mind as one of the things that helped me get over my fear of the dark. So I held that man in such high regard. Looked up to him so much. He was my role model, definitely. He was the person I looked up to most in this entire world. And yeah, I miss him, man. Happy birthday, Dad. Everyone misses you. Please just continue to guide me in the right way, look down on me, and make sure I'm doing right. Yeah, I love you.
What's that you say? That we should save it for another day. Here what? This video tracking, I am ducking. Me and the crew will be laughing, eyes out blazing. County Saxon in the champagne fading. It's happening and it's amazing. No time for gazing. Now we can't do flapping. What's that you're
Happy birthday, Ish. We miss you, man. Can't believe it's 6 years on now. Still feels like yesterday. We miss your spirit, and we miss your presence, your powerful presence that always used to light up the scene. I miss the communication. I miss the doors you used to open, the places you would take us. I miss the confidence you used to fill us with, and yeah, that soldier heart, you know. I really miss the fact that our kids don't play together, and your kids must really miss you, you know. Not having a father like you around is a real blow to them, but I know that you must be guiding them from above, you know, as we all still feel your spirit stronger than ever, you know, looking after us and watching over us. Happy birthday, Ish, man. Wish you were here. We love you.
It's amazing. No time for gazing. Now we can't do flapping. What's that you're chatting?
Everything that goes through the system seems to get blown right out of proportion. Like, oh, do you know about? Oh, do you hear about? Now you're heading for some major distortion. Somewhere where your boat starts to sink through the sinking sands, and we've been there before. No doubt that we can handle some more. Some of them London boys wanna be London ballers, but hear what? Ballers or not, blinging like a we call a shot. I don't give a thought about
what I really loved about you was your honesty. I think, you know, you were always a revealer, weren't you? And that meant that you were often up against a lot of negativity, you know, and you liked to be honest, you liked to be open. So you would say things that would really get under people's skin sometimes, but you didn't care. You didn't care. You would take an unpopular stand to defend what was right, you know, in your soul, in your heart. And I love that. I just miss your spirit, you know. You could just walk into a room and suddenly the room would just seem like like the voltage, the electricity had gone up quite a few, by lots of volts, and you know, that was just you. And also, there was always the feeling you'd come in and it was like all the pigeons were scattered everywhere because you had made an entrance. So I really miss that kind of powerful presence. I'm so proud that you're a Scorpio like me. I wish that we could have got closer, Isha. That's what I really miss. I wish I could have shown you how much I loved you. You're just sorely missed. But listen, I'm giving you a massive hug. And, love you and love you. Bye.
No doubt that we can handle some more. Some of them London boys wanna be London ballers, but hear what, ballers or not.
So one of the things I miss about Isha is his boundless energy and enthusiasm for most things, life itself, especially on our creative side with music, which brought us together. He would never let any fears or anything hold him back. Anything you thought, you know, oh, you can't just go up and say something to this guy, or you can't just do that. He'd prove you wrong sometimes. And, you know, he'd take the fails as well, you know, and he'd just take it all on the chin. His ego was never dented. Things would just brush off him. And, you know, that sort of rubbed off with you. You know, anytime you were doubting yourself, he would come and make you feel like you could do what you was doubting, and why are you even doubting yourself at all. And furthermore, he'd probably make a few moves just to show you that it could be done. So yeah, I really miss that about him. Love you, Isha.
Blinging like a we call a shot. I don't give a dot about what you got. Who got shot? I'ma vacate this stuff.
So one of the things I miss the most about Isha was his his ability to balance love with war. And what I mean by that is that his love was unconditional, and you could feel it. He could go to war with you, me, Pete, his brothers, his cousins, his friends, but his love for you was unquestionable, even in those moments. And I love that he was able to express himself to the people that he loved the most, even if it was like in a warmongering way, and that person to never feel like, if push came to shove, he wouldn't still do the most to protect that person. Does that make any sense? I hope it makes sense.
Got slapped in the face for sleeping around the place. I got no time to play with your petty tea chatter. But here what?
Been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Intelligent, super, honourable, and an ace guy, and I miss him dearly. He was a very, very good friend. Pain in the bottom sometimes, not gonna lie, but I loved him for that. He'd always keep me on my toes, and he introduced me to loads of great people, and I wouldn't have known the people that I know now, Krish, Jai, without Isha, Pete, and all the family. So I miss him dearly, and I hope to see him one day on the other side, man. God bless your soul, brother. Peace out.
It doesn't matter. Non-stop Chinese whispers. We're gonna stop them whispers. Non-stop Chinese whispers. We're gonna stop them whispers. Non-stop Chinese whispers. We're gonna stop them whispers. Non-stop Chinese.
Yo, this goes out to my brother from another father. Now, I don't know, let me see. If I had to talk about Isha, I could be here for years, mate. But one thing I miss about Isha the most, yeah, that I really do miss a lot, is that reminiscing with the guy. Like, you know, sitting down, having a bit of rosé. You used to love rosé. Sit down with a glass of rosé and reminisce about the days where we used to sit on surfboards back in Mombasa when we were kids. Yeah, sky school, light up a big zoot, yeah, and wait for that sea to come in and ride that perfect wave. Yeah, that's the shit I miss the most about Isha, boss. And I wish he was here with us, man. I miss him to death. One love, jar respect, and don't finish all the good stuff up there, boss. One love.
We're gonna stop them whispers. Non-stop Chinese whispers. We're gonna stop.
So, what I miss about Isha, what I love about Isha, was his braveness, his bigness, you know, his brashness, his boldness. And even though he wound me up a lot of the time, having a character like his on the team was a good feeling. And I'll miss that.
Forever loving you.
My memories of Ish. He could be loads of things, couldn't he? He was loads of things. He was a raconteur, bon vivant, lover, fighter, friend, enemy. Such a strong character, proper sense of justice, whether or not you believed in his interpretation or viewpoint or not. He could be hugely charming, funny, personable, and infuriating all at once. But it was his, confidence and his bravado that really shone through for me. I remember getting a hire bike for Krish and I when we were in Kenya. We were going to go down the coast to Fonzie Island or something ridiculous. I was like 18, Krish was 16 or 17. I was just 18, and Ish must have been 15 or 16. So we're going to do a big road trip, and Ish is like, we're there outside, I've just got it, just for a couple of days, and Ish is like, Mo, let me ride the bike. And I'm like trying to be sensible. I'm like, but have you ridden one before? And he was like taken aback, a little bit disappointed with me. One eyebrow goes up, and he's like, Mo, this is me. And then with the obviously confidence bit, he's like, of course, yes. I was born to ride, Buana. And so I'm like, okay, go on then. Because he had that way of just convincing you. So I'm like, and he gets on it, revs it, vroom, 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 wheelies it. Loads of people watching, we're all there. Wheelies it, straight into a wall of the Pewee Sings who live next door. Cracks the wall, comes back to me, bounces up, of course, in his vest. And he's like, Mo, you need to get the clutch looked at. It's a little bit sticky. Hands me the broken clutch handle, pats me on the shoulder, bowls off with confidence, moves off somewhere else. Mo, see you in a bit. I'm there, left. Snapped clutch, cracked wall, Isha's gone. Love that guy.
Only wanna see you, sweet divine. Only wanna see you, please be mine. Only wanna see you. One more.
I miss Isha. I miss his love for Africa, his passion for family, his desires to do the right thing and turn situations around, even if he had to stare danger in the face. His ability to take risks and work hard at them. But most of all, I miss his smile and his laughter. I miss you, Isha.
Only wanna see you one more time. Only wanna see you.
When I think of Ish, I think of his laugh and his smile and his party spirit and his sense of fun and his swag and the way that he, sometimes would give you honest truths that you didn't always want to hear, but he was very family orientated and he was truly unique. There was no one like him and there will never be. So we will always miss him. And, Akia will always know about him. Love you, Ish.
Please be mine. All day I've been searching in the same place, hoping you call me soon. This place is gloom. I've been here, baby, waiting, hanging girl around.
You made me believe that I could rap. I didn't have no self-belief. I didn't think that I would ever be able to do it. So just from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being in my life. And wishing you a happy birthday, Isha. Obviously I wish you could be here to celebrate it. I wish you could be here to meet my kids and stuff, but they know who you are because this stays up in my house, and my kids know who you are. So yeah, wishing you a massive happy birthday, sending love to your beautiful, amazing family. I love you, Isha. I love you guys. Isha, miss you. Peace.
Just brings me down. Only wanna see you.
Flipping and what? I seen her once and twice around the area. She's looking nice. Never approached her though, cause something started moving slow. I felt like a stammer.
No, you know, I think a lot about Isha because me and him were best friends for years. Like, as far as I can remember back, Isha was always there next to me, man. So the one thing I know or I miss about Isha the most is his energy. Because Isha could just put his energy into anything. Like, it was never the same when he moved to Kenya and I had to wait for him to come back like maybe once, twice a year. Then I would just remember like the excitement of knowing that he's coming, because he would write to me. I think I wrote to him, but I don't think he got my letters actually. But anyway, he would write to me, and then when I know that he's coming, the excitement would just be overwhelming, man. Like, I'd wait for him almost like you would your wife or something. I'll be waiting at like on Rowley Way, waiting for him to come back. Then, of course, we moved to Ainsworth. He started coming there as well. And no, I miss everything about Isha, man. Isha was one of a kind, man. There's never been another Isha, because he's just my closest friend, man. Like, it's just so sad. Life is sad, man. Obviously, it's very sad. And I hope you're all doing well, man. Much love.
I try to and can't deny this. The fact is, this girl's just looking A-list. I'm trying to get a piece of that. Every time I see her, you know what my heart goes.
Only wanna see you, sweet divine. Only wanna see you. Please be mine. Only wanna see you. One more time. Only wanna see you.
Happy birthday, cuz. I miss you in the physical. I know you're here in the spiritual. You visit me in my dreams sometimes. Whenever I was with you, I felt empowered, inspired, unstoppable. I love being seen with you. You carried the aura of a true warrior. You had the most confidence. You gave me so much confidence. You taught me so much. You had the most charisma. You had a way with words. You could get any girl's number. Even a deaf man would feel what you're saying, because it's not just what you said and how you said it, but the energy as well that you exuded when you spoke. Everyone felt you. The worst news I ever received was finding out you passed away. But I lost a soldier, I gained an angel. Cuz I just want to thank you for everything. And cuz I love you.
All day I've been searching for you, yeah. In the same place, hoping, yeah, yeah. There is something, girl, I can do for you.
Hey yo, Origi! So yo, what I miss about my brother Isha is his realness, his hardcoreness. When it was time for war, it was time for war. When it was time for business, it was time for business. And yeah, man, he was always real, and he just spoke his mind. And sometimes I wish I had that confidence like him, you know what I'm saying? For real, man. But yeah, there's only one Johnny Concrete, one Mr. Sober, so yo, miss you every time. And I wish you were still around so I could send you my music. And every time you gave me the advice on what to do sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Every time, yo. Big up, boom, boom, boom. Miss you, my bro.
Folks are representing rude boy chat. Take my advice, blood and bum rush that. Careful start
Hi
saying
people, greetings from Berlin. Okay, today we're here to talk about Isha's qualities and what we miss about him the most. What I miss about Isha the most, obviously, is his presence, his spirit, his soul, his tenacity, his go-get-it attitude. The fact that he would try anything by any means necessary. I just wish that he hadn't lived so fast, because he would still be with us as a father, to his children, as a cousin, a nephew, a brother, and yeah, as a son.
Style you never know. Rejection, we don't respond for that. Straighten up your back, attack, step to that. Get the girl stats, Prince Charming, who do wins.
Isha has left us with incredible riches. 4 beautiful children who enrich us beyond gold, beyond everything, and for that, I'm very grateful. Have a story to share. Me and Sanyu, Sanyu, his childhood friend who he went to school with. We did our usual little ritual, lighting candles, putting up a poster, big poster of him with his white shirt where he's looking a little bit shady, and I just love that picture. And so I've sort of stuck it up, and we were talking to him and lighting candles and incense, and then we sang the Guru Gita, the song of the Guru, to him, because he's like our guru now, because he's taught us a lot since he passed away. And then we go to bed and we leave the candle alight, and in the middle of the night there was this big flare. I thought to myself, oh, Isha's come to visit. That's really literally what I thought, but it was like he came and said, okay, I know you guys like this picture, but I don't, so I'm just going to burn it. And in the morning, me and Sanyu, we woke up when we both came out at the same time and we saw the ashes. We just laughed and laughed. Oh dear. I loved how naughty he was, in retrospect, of course. What else? Yeah. So, I'm just so grateful that, we have the 4 boys still on the planet with us and reminding us every single day, every moment, of our beautiful boy.
There's nothing you need to do. There is something about you, girl. Is there something I can do for you? Yeah.
My father makes me special in many ever ways. He is in my soul and with me every day. He makes me feel alright, even in the fight, to fight the spiritual warriors in the night. When you realize how much he was in my life. On my 4th birthday, he passed away. It was so spiky, the world was rough and icy. But when I realized that I wasn't failing, I was making more progress. None of this was ever prevailing, but I realized how good it was. When I heard my father was passed away at once. I will smile when I hear his voice, I cry every time. If I had to jump in lava, I would do it to see you again. Yeah. None of these black boys not setting the right trend. But when I realized I was the one from the end to the start. That sounds backwards, but it's not. That's it. Yo, my daddy was the best. Yo, too much daddies around me. I can't stand. Can't take it every day. Cause my father was the best of the day. He was a rocker. My daddy was the winner. He believed in me. I never told him goodbye to me. I'm sorry, Daddy, when I wanna see you back again. Fruit punches. Okay, my daddy was the winner. No one can stop him. At rapping. Yo, my father is the one, and he that knows. Yeah, London is a place of gun and gold. None of this is gonna go. All the brightness grows, and we can't take this no more. Oh, yeah, beat this nation of Asians. This is the #1 nation, yeah. London is the temptation, and we don't have no temptation, Asian. I mean, running the nation, no matter if you're Asian, yeah.
Hello everyone, haven't seen a lot of you for a long time. Anyway, Isha, yeah, I didn't see that coming. But anyway, when I think of him, it always brings a smile to my face, always. And I remember the time when he was a little boy and he brought me a present just out of the blue. And I've always kept that little present in the back of the cupboard in the kitchen. And I just got it out and here it is. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, like I say, he always brings a smile to my face. And I hope to see some of you soon. Bye for now.
What I remember about Isha, and I think what I miss probably the most about him, is his energy, his vibrancy. He was the epitome of passion and all those things that give colour to life, that give it vibrancy, in joyness, in anger, in happiness, in whatever state of feeling. He brought that vibrancy, and you would just fill the room. And wherever you were with him, whatever it was that you were doing, you knew that you were always going to have a good time. I also miss his laugh. Oh, his laugh. And just how it would, it was enough to brighten whatever mood that you were in, or make the mood, if it was a good mood, even better. His wordplay as well, like he was a wordsmith, and some of the words that used to come out of him. I remember when we stupidly used to have rap battles that just no one was going to win. No one, apart from Isha. I even went as far as getting a friend who I knew was good to come and battle him, and you know, it was a very good battle. Yeah, his energy, his vibrancy, his smile, his laugh, his accent, how it was. He still had an African accent, but he had a London accent. You know, and just, you couldn't judge him just by looking at him, because he would at the same time start speaking French to you. I mean, he was like a unicorn, really, if you think about it. And just the energy. I think if I could even have a portion of that sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I just think, how can someone be so alive all the time? In my house, I have this hanging, and it says he always spoke his mind, and he always lived by what he spoke, which for me, this has been hanging up since the day that he sadly passed. And it's always a reminder for me that if he's not here, the thing that he's left behind is this feeling that being always true to yourself, being present, bringing energy, being direct, being loving, being caring, and just living and honoring him in what I can do. So yeah, I truly, truly miss him. I am thankful for him in the many ways that he has taught me, the lessons that he's taught me, for giving me and my family 2 beautiful children who have inherited his vibrancy just as much. And I hope that he continues to live through the words that he spoke, the energy that he brought, the children that he's left behind, and the lives that he's touched. You know, it's sad, but hopefully there is some solace in the fact that he lives on through us.
Isha, Isha, Isha. What have I missed about Isha? I miss our friendship. I miss the jokes, the laughter, the banter. When he steps in the room, he lights it up. okay, there he is, you know. I love the fact that he was just so unapologetic. I love that kind of boldness about him, where it's just like, it is what it is, and that's it. I love that he was just like, you know, always able to like take risks, although some of them weren't always the best kind of risks. And I love his passion. His passion, whether it be for music, whether it be for people, whether it be for... He was just so passionate and like so fiery with that passion. I love his little gangster. No, not really. Not in the bad sense, but in the sense that he's just like, yo, I can go to the office in a nice little suit, but then at the same time, if you step the wrong way, hoo-hoo. His character was just amazing. Everything rolled into one. Best friend, accountant, philosopher. Like just everything rolled into one. And just love him, miss him.
Isha. Well, we all know Isha was all about today, not tomorrow. Isha was all about we're doing it big or we're not doing it at all. If Isha's your friend, he's the best person to have as a friend. If he's your enemy, you got a problem. Me and Isha, you know, we used to literally tear lumps out of each other. We used to call each other itchy and scratchy. But as a team, we used to work so well. He was fire, I was water at times. If we had to switch it up, we would. Let's let Isha live in all of us. He still lives in me today. As we used to say, hurry up, treacle, come on. You know, but the banter, you know, the iron sharpens iron, it's missed. But the spirit of Isha is inside me and all of us, so let's just keep that going. Love, my brother. Till the
end. Ish, my favourite two things about you, first of all, was your smile. It was infectious, and no matter what the situation, when you smirked, I wanted to copy. Second of all was the energy. I loved how you always bounced into a room. You were always so full of good vibes, on a higher tip. You were always full of enthusiasm, and that's what I remember the most pertinently about you. I wish that you had a chance to meet Koa, which is my youngest one, but we keep your picture in our home, and I'll never forget you. Sending love.
Hey Johnny, you really make that girl get away?
But Silver Fox, you know that's not the way that I stay.
So the thing that I love and miss most about Isha are his boldness, his energy and his brotherly approach. So the reason why I say his brotherly approach is because it was maybe the second time I think I'd met Isha, and he was, well, he didn't approve of my outfit, shall we say. No, it wasn't anything too revealing. It was like a knee-length skirt, but he was insistent that I get changed, basically. So he kind of said it initially, and I thought he was joking, and then he kind of let me know that no, he was serious, and I was not going to leave the house until I had put some pants on. It doesn't matter where we went, he was just showing so much love, so much respect. It was almost like you know, going around London with a celebrity. It really was, you know, everywhere he went somebody knew him, and yeah, it was really nice to see that the same way I felt about him, so many other people did. His energy was so contagious. It was hard not to be happy and not to be upbeat when you were around. I think that's definitely what I miss most about Isha, is that energy and how much, you know, he embraced me as his sister. Selfish as that sounds. But yeah.
DBC, you know that's not the way that we go. You might have to lose a stripe or two, in fact.
Happy birthday, Ish. Just want to big you up on this special born day of yours. Yeah, 44. Man, I'm always there thinking about you. Yeah, you're always in my thoughts, in my heart. Yeah, and yeah, just trying to honor you the best way I can, always, whenever I can. And yeah, man, love you lots. Miss everything about you. Yeah, you're a powerhouse. There's not much more I can say. That, you know, I think, you know, we miss you dearly. Everything about you was immense, you know. Wow. Yeah, to say salute every time. I mean, yeah, it's your birthday, and you know, I can say I love you. Miss all of the family, all of us here today celebrating you. And yeah, Isha, I honor you all the time. Yeah, now we got you up there as our ancestor, so you're always with us. Just missing you here in the physical, but yeah, yes, bro, I love you lots. Happy birthday. Missing your family. Hopefully we can all get together soon after all this madness we're in here. And yeah, bless, bro.
We going on like that, okay, back. But can you actually think you've already flat? She's got next brother on the attack.
Don't watch that. That bread's looking whack. See that gal? I mean that.
Hey Johnny, it seems like the hunger's coming home.
Yeah, you know it. I'm on it now. I'm back into my zone.
Only wanna see you, sweet divine. Only wanna see you. Please be mine. Only wanna see you. One more time. Only wanna see you. Please be mine. All day I've been searching in the same place, hoping you call me soon.
Hello, my name is Kobe. Today I'm going to express myself about my dad.
And hello, I'm Mawadi, gonna sing a song for our dad.
In this video I want to talk about how I feel about him and memories I've had about him. For example, I remember times when he used to take me to work. I remember times when I used to go and I was afraid of the car because I would stand up behind it and think he was going to reverse. Sometimes I scratch my head like I'm doing now, wondering why was I so afraid. And yeah, and those memories are very good, happy, and they bring happy thoughts and a lot of good vibration to me. And the way I felt about him was a way in which he was a very good human being to me, a very good family member, and it was hard losing him in any perspective. And I feel like it would have been hard for anybody in my family. You now. I'm going to pass the phone on to my brother so he can record his song on this recording. Express yourself first.
I feel good about that. When I was born without Kobe, my brother, I felt good. Kobe was born before me. Felt good about him. Feel good when, you know, when people are with you and you are sad and they're not, they're with you and they make something, you know, when people make jokes like that, that's in my mind. And he was a very good father. Like, you know, when I'm here and the other person is there.
Like all of us, I've got loads of memories of Isha. Most of them good,
Some of them hilarious, some of them bordering unbelievable. When I think back now, I think he saw things in a slightly different way from everyone else. I mean, growing up with him was a pleasure and an experience.
Because if you're not moving creation in the right direction, why is a man gonna bring you in on a mission? If you put crack in the system, yeah, I'll sew it back. And what would you put in that compressor, make it fat? And that's a fact I've lived in that. Seen the third world poverty, backlash with tax, right off the debts, right off them third world debts. You faggot cats, people at the top trying the thing. They're trying to go on like we're minions living in sync. I ain't taking it no more. So listen to this. Right now, I'm gathering the soldiers, rounding up the warriors, taking in my history, swallowing my pride, so I can be M-U-D-H-A-N-D, mad hand man, so I can supply that demand.
My dad was always a cool guy. Like, I remember he used to take me out on that. And when he took me out, everywhere we went, there was always somebody that knew him. Always. I remember, like, at least 5 people would wave, beep their cars, whatever, every time. He's like a celebrity. I remember when he used to take me and Kobe out to eat every weekend. It was just really fun. He was really funny, you know. Just remember, it was really fun. That's one thing I always remember. It's just like so positive. Everything was positive about him. I remember he used to take me and my cousins out. He used to take us out. It was just always good vibes, you know. Always good vibes. That's one thing I miss about my dad, yeah. Always the energy, the vibes.
I do remember very well Isha growing up, a little young, robust young man with lots to say, and humor and so much expression, playing among the coconuts and running around on the sand and the beaches and the beautiful smell of mahamri, with Krishna, of course, and was always very much in my mind as somebody who is forming, who eventually became a very determined young man with a sound mind and who wanted to achieve and did achieve. He has a family, he has business, which I really loved his conversations in the last time we met. And then I also remember a huge laugh and a smile that was always mischievous as well, but yet soft internally, and somebody with sensitivity. Yes, I will always remember you, Isha. My family does. I've talked to them about this memorial, and they send love to the family, and we all love you. And yes, wonderful to have known you.
Sababu sasa mimi nasema machozi tu mapigo na mimi nasema kwamba oh, sisi tunafanya mambo